Hello, everyone. Welcome. Say hi, gang.
Hello.
Hi, gang.
Hi, gang.
Hello there.
Welcome to Episode 2 of Chapter 1 of Hutt Space Adventures. We had a great time last week as our party came together in a very interesting way. Zash and his companions had picked up a bounty on a Tusken who happened to be a bartender at the Rusty Droid Cantina and Dance Club on Quen Station here in Hutt Space. And you went and sought him out. In the middle of that, there was a interception of that bounty by another bounty hunter, a Trandoshan, that turned everyone against each other, or at least your group as a whole against the Trandoshan. There on the dance floor, you were able to take him out, and then after a couple of drinks, and you head off back to the hut that you took the job from. Corlear was the hut, and Craq kind of, submitting to the bounty, understanding later what it was about from your time in the gauntlets previously. But the hut had offered an opportunity for you to potentially reconcile the wrongdoings against the hut, of course, and offered the rest of you another job as well, to go and essentially escort a tech team and extract some valuable data from BlasTech Corporation on behalf of Golan Arms. Golan, who is located here in Hutt Space, actually on Quen Station is where their office is. But you'll be sent with the two tech members posing as members of Golan Arms on somewhat of like a diplomatic visits between the two companies, and then from there you are to make sure they're able to extract the data and get out of there. They anticipate maybe some resistance, so you're expected to go in kind of part of this team as well. So you're definitely not rolling up guns hanging over your shoulders and whatnot, but it's fine to bring them along. But yeah, so we left off as you had just received the job, and you were all able to head off and go pick up some supplies and whatnot, which I think we all have taken care of. Is there anything that anyone still needed to deal with in that regard?
No,
Nope, I'm good.
all good.
Okay, awesome. So you're supplied up, ready to go, and you're given information on where to meet your two companions, the tech team here that you'll be working with for this mission. So you go to that location, small little port, landing port. They're back on Quen Station, and meet with these two individuals. So you arrive to that bay, and you see a small little kind of like light freighter ship that is there. And then down the ramp come two individuals. You see first, you see one that the two individuals come down the ramp together, and one is in a kind of like hover chair. So they're sitting in the chair, the hover assistant there, a dark-skinned individual, real dark hair, dark eyes, and just wearing a navy blue kind of almost uniform, more of like a lab uniform, not like lab coat, but uniform that you anticipate is what the Golan Arms representatives would wear. As you then turn and see the other individual, a female with like a warm beige color skin, blue-black hair. She walks next to the other individual wearing that same similar-looking outfit. And you can see they've got some wrist pads, data pads strapped to their wrists, and Yeah, definitely look like they're official to the company. And they come down and come forward, and the gentleman in the hover chair comes forward and, hello, you must be our accompaniment. My name's Darek. This is Kendria.
Yeah.
Yep, that'd be us.
Yeah.
You guys ever do this kind of stuff before?
He kind of smirks as you ask that. Oh yeah. Not, maybe not as big as this. This is definitely up there. But as far as the task itself, all day.
All right.
You all are here to just make sure that we get that done, right?
You got it.
Plateau. Yeah, that's what we're here for.
So, may I flip that on you? Have you ever done this?
Nope.
Well, yes. Maybe. I don't know.
Probably not. No.
Into some places here and there, but
I mean, there was that one time, but I don't count that.
exactly, we didn't talk about that. Shh.
You see them both really just giving all of you kind of an up-down, there's just this big variety of individuals before them. Not that it bothers them or anything, but, you know, there's just recognition of it. And they just reply. Kendria then speaks up and says, well, we're going to need you all to suit up. Not going to be able to get over there looking like you are now. So, but I think we have what we need in that regard. Obviously, I assume that you're all coming prepared, if you know what I mean. But we will be passing that off as equipment to show off, show and tell, if you will. So, we'll just have to pack that down into some cases and things like that. But your arms will definitely be coming along. But if you're all ready, we can head on the ship. We'll get you suited up and begin further briefing.
Let's go.
As we're like walking up the ramp, I'll like elbow Zash and be like, of course my arms are coming with me. They're attached.
I knew someone was going to make that joke. Just like,
They're gonna. You think they're gonna give me a helmet?
Maybe?
I've never taken this thing off, and I point to my face mask and like my wraps. Kind of our tradition. They're not just going to let a Tusken into the facility, so I'm hoping they have. I guess we'll figure it out, and I'll follow along.
I mean, I'm pretty sure we can find you something. I don't take this off, but so.
So you head on board to the vessel there, and it is a YT 1760, so that's kind of a different looking style than the Falcon. It's got a cockpit there in the front with the round circular body, a couple of the wings, and three large engines at the back. But you head up the ramp there, which is on the back side. So you enter in down below into the back side, and then head up into there. And the middle part of the vessel as you enter in is kind of like the lounge area. It's got seating around there, and then you can see that there's hallways and things that dart off from that, going to the just various other rooms of the vessel, including cargo area, whatnot. You can see down the hallway to the front as well. It leads into the main cockpit there also. So you would also notice as you do come aboard that there's you can kind of make out the chassis and arm of what looks to be a droid in the pilot seat as well. He kind of leans over and turns, like, rotates his head, not like a human would twist, but like rotates on on a pivot and waves to everyone and just says, welcome aboard. I will be your pilot for this trip. I look
Cool.
forward to servicing you all. And then just kind of spins back and begins process of starting up the vessel.
We have a droid pilot. Isn't this a sensitive mission?
Darek kind of just looks at him and says, "You're not one to trust the bucket of bolts."
I mean, flying kind of requires a delicate touch, you know. And I don't think a delicate touch is a bunch of ones and zeros.
You see him cock his head at you as you have like this mask on that clearly doesn't represent, you know, any easy way to see through, and for someone, you know, to make that comment and questioning that you wouldn't know about that.
I can see the irony, but I trust me. Trust me. There's a lot going on under here, and I can see just fine.
I think droids are real cool.
Well, CR5H, yeah, is a good droid. So, as Kendria mentioned, we have some uniforms, counterfeit uniforms from Golan that we acquired that we can outfit you all in, as you will be a part of this this visit to BlasTech. You there, I think we're gonna want to cover up that face. He looks over at you, Craq. There, yeah, I think we have something we can handle that. And he's got a couple like helmet options to put on. So
Very much appreciate that. Thank you for the diversity in outfits here. Gives me a lot to choose from, and I'll start picking through the helmets and like trying them on and see what fits.
And so you're able to suit up, get ready, and then once you all meet back up in that central area, Kendria then pulls up a hollow device, kind of a map and screen, and starts going over the details. So we have been invited to visit BlasTech to discuss just some information between ourselves as a way to try and strengthen our relationship. It's, you know, there's obviously a lot of tension, but during this time of war, there's lots of opportunity for both of us. And the idea is that we're going to see how we can strengthen that relationship and capitalize on that. But of course, that's not what we're actually doing. We're supplanted ourselves in that visits. We will go in and begin with that presentation, but then we will need to eliminate the hosts of that meeting and then make our way to the main data center of the facility and extract some information, some trade secrets and whatnot of the company, and then get out. Should be easy enough. And she kind of points out a few things on the map of the facility, the location, and whatnot. Any questions from all of you? Darek and I will handle most of the conversation, the talking. You just need to stand there as representatives.
At any point, would there be at least some chance for maybe a couple of us to sneak off, maybe prod around, see if we can accomplish the mission while you guys are playing the face?
Well, Darek and I, are tasked with the extraction. You're here to make sure that we handle that. We do have some special equipment prepared for this specific mission to just reduce the time needed to get into there. Unfortunately, you know, we can't say that you all will be able to handle that. And I think it would be pretty suspicious if we come in as a group of 6 and then end up as a group of less at any time. Security is extremely, extremely tight in this facility, as you can imagine.
Got it.
In the unlikely event that something happens to one of the two of you, what's the protocol or action plan for the 4 of us?
Dark kind of shrugs and says, something happens to us, well, it's probably going to happen to you too. But I guess at that point, you're on your own, do whatever the hell you need to. But let's hope it doesn't get there.
Noted.
So, you all are the strike team, if you will. We're just here to hack the computers. Any initial thoughts from you on that meeting? What would be our plan of attack on taking out our guests? And we're not necessarily looking to take lives here. Any tricks up your sleeve to knock out these individuals or something?
I mean, and I'll point to my gaffy stick. Just hit him a couple times in the head with that should do it.
Open up my jacket, show my stun grenades.
I give a bit of a smile at that and a nod, but
I mean, stun grenades are nice and all, but they're a little loud, don't you think? We're looking to do this nice and quiet. So I'm guessing we're gonna probably meet in some kind of room by ourselves, hopefully. Maybe we can knock them out then, or...
How many people are going to be at this meeting again?
Kendra chimes in and says, I expect up to same as many as us. 4 to 6 individuals, most likely.
Oh, that'd be a cakewalk, I think.
Well, the idea is that it's fast, as quiet as possible, because we will need to then. The hope is that we can then access systems in that meeting room to get layout schematics to that main data center we have to access. We unfortunately don't have that information yet. We have to be on the inside, so we need to have time to be able to do that. There's always a chance that they'll realize something is up immediately and then be on us. So,
are these guards that are going to be there, or are they going to be a bunch of nerds like you guys?
I scowl a little bit at that, and Dark says, "I think it'll be just other representatives from the company. I'm sure we'll get escorted in by the guards, but they will." Probably leave us be.
You guys are going to be doing the extraction in this meeting room? We need to take out the people in there, and then you guys...
Nope.
We need to go somewhere else.
We need to go to the main data center.
Okay.
Because you have to directly access that. What we will be finding in the meeting room is the layout of the facility and where that data center is located.
I gotcha.
Well, I can only speak for myself. I don't really have any options for ranged combat. I prefer to hit things up nice and close. Would it be more beneficial for if things were to go down and we needed to quarter up, for me to remain close to these two while you guys handle any threats from afar?
Handling things from a distance, my specialty.
I gave you that bowcaster, right, Tev?
Yep. I'll just unsling it and just pet it. And
That reminds me. Let's take care of that right now. And Kendria pulls out a bunch of crates, latched crates and things, and allows you to break down the weapons as needed to put them in to the various storage boxes.
Yeah, cool. I'll break down the bowcaster and put it down. I'll take my blaster pistol and I'll take it apart, put it in there.
During this conversation, the hum of the ship's engines increases, grows, and you can sense that you're about to take off. The droid, Ch.1 just kind of yells out, "We are ready to take off. Please, take a seat," as we do. And the vessel jerks, maybe a little bit more wildly than you would have expected. But once it continues forward, it is a little bit smoother. And you head out of Quen Station there, and beginning your trek towards Kaimoon 1, which is where the Weapons Factory Alpha, basically the HQ of BlasTech, which is located in the digging through this the other day, Kaimoon system in the expansion region. It traveled there a good few hours or so, maybe a little more of travel as you're able to go through that.
When we were putting our weapons away, I don't put in my like hidden wrist blade. Kind of thing.
Okay.
Yeah, same. I also have a hidden blade and a holdout blaster, and I would make sure to keep both of those on me.
And that allows you to, I believe you still have to make a check to hide it, correct? I believe they have like the hidden property, which says you can hide it, but you still have to
Correct.
make a check.
Remok will also kind of put his tech blade in the box, but his pistol is modded with collapsible stock, so it gives it the hidden property. So
okay, yep. So you gain advantage on sleight of hand checks to conceal a hidden weapon.
Neat.
So,
I'll very woefully and sorrowfully hand over all of my weapons, my gaffy stick, my slug thrower, and then I have a chakram that I keep on my hip that I'll put in there as well.
Okay. There's a few different cases for everything. It's all and they kind of go in there almost as a display. You can see how this is all set up to be part of this ploy of you are representatives from Golan and you're showing off equipment and things and whatnot. So easily accessible if needed, whatnot, but just part of this ruse. So the ship flies away from Quen Station, and eventually the stars swirl into that pulsing blue light of hyperspace, and you travel on throughout that, finding yourselves with a moment amongst yourselves as Darek and Kendria are also there to, maybe have some conversation about things. And she kind of speaks up and just goes around the room. I don't think we even caught each other's names. I'm sorry. Well, I'm Kendria, as I mentioned.
I'm Zash.
I'm Tev.
name's Remok.
Craq.
Remok,
So-
can I just call you Remy?
Yes, Remo might be better. There's no
Remo?
I.
Okay. Well, I was thinking more with a Y, but Remo works. Okay, I'll just call you Remo.
So you
Oh, sorry.
you've been working with Corlear long?
Done a couple jobs here and there. This is kind of a follow-up job to our previous job. You know how those Hutts are always adding on to the jobs.
Yeah, yeah. Kind of good to be in with them on the good side, but tough to get away too. Kind of sometimes when you're in, and
Exactly. You take like one job for them, and then they're like, "Okay, like you're mine now." Like, come on.
this should be a good one though, as long as it goes to plan.
I'm excited. I'm always looking to have some fun.
The hours pass, and you eventually come out of hyperspace above the planet there, Kaimoon, and are, you know, it's a dark kind of brown looking industrial system there, and you fly down to that into a landing pad that's got a long like walkway into a large facility that sits on the edge of a large industrial area.
Can I real quick? While we were on the ship, Zash had something that he would have wanted to ask Craq. Are we able to go back and do that, or should I save that for later?
Yeah, no, absolutely.
I think Zash would have been curious about something we would have asked him. So, Craq, what was it that you did to Corlear's pet dog or whatever it was that got him so mad?
I kind of tamed it, for lack of better words. It was charging at me, and instead of swinging my gaffy stick at it, I decided it best to meditate and reach out to it and see if there was a way to calm it just by me not being so aggressive. And it worked.
So you just pet it behind the ear or something? It was fine?
No, I mean, no, I just kind of, I can't really explain it. You know, I kind of was hoping that maybe my stillness and in my quiet, instead of my normal, you know, rage and slaughter, would bring the beast at peace as well. And as I was reaching out with my mind toward it, just kind of stopped in the sand right in front of me.
Would definitely be listening in on this conversation. I'm like middle of checking like his helmet and stuff.
Yeah, interesting. And I lean over to Remok, and I'm like, I have no idea what he's talking about.
I don't know either. I'm more of a science guy myself. What I can see, that's what works for me.
Tev, give me a wisdom check. Straight wisdom.
Oh boy, straight wisdom.
All right, that is a 6 with modifier. You're not listening with what you should be. You're listening with your ears. You're not listening with your mind and your heart and everything. So you just hear this tale, and it strikes you as odd, but yeah, you just don't pay attention. Maybe you're a little distracted thinking about that droid that's flying the ship and things like that. But Remok, there would be time during this journey as well if you want to maybe get out your tools and try and craft another item. You absolutely would be able to do that if you'd like.
Sure, I'll take another crack at it.
And get a little better luck with that.
What do you want me to do?
Remok.
Oh no, he said he was going to take a crack at it. That's my last name.
Oh. Oh
14.
Man, just not there. The Rhodian that sold you these ingredients apparently sent you some shoddy ingredients that just expired, and not what you need to create your medical items, unfortunately. So, but with that, yes, you all do come down into the platform there outside of the facility, and you see there's 4 individuals there waiting. 2 of them with more of a heavier, like padded uniform, shoulders and whatnot, holding rifles across their chests, and they do have a helmet on each of them, flanking 2 other individuals that look similar to Kendria, but they're wearing a like a light gray uniform there, and holding up a data pad as you come in. Before you exit the ship, Darek just turns to everyone and says, "So, you know the plan. Let us do the talking. You're just there to come along, in and out." Gives a nod of the head to everyone.
Just here to be a pretty face, you know.
How the hell do people see out of these? As I'm like adjusting the helmet for like the 4th time.
You just gotta, there's slits, and then you just gotta peer through them. If it's a little too high, you gotta bring it down a bit and angle it downwards. So it helps.
Like moving around really awkwardly, and then finally like just hit it, and it falls into place. I'm like, all right, let's go.
I'm gonna like take the group and kind of listen and be like, okay, we need to kind of play off like we're normal, like we're with these people and not the cutthroats that we usually are. I'm just gonna take a quick minute of a pep talk to use stage advice specifically for deception.
Okay.
So if anybody's not proficient in deception, they can use the proficiency bonus for deception.
What's the length of time on that?
That's the next hour.
Hour. Okay, great. Awesome.
Next hour.
All right.
Oh, speaking of which, Remo here, and I'll like reach in. Do we have like our packs and stuff on us, or is it just like our uniform that we're in, and that's basically it?
When you head out, yeah, you might have little supplies, like maybe like utility belts, but not much beyond that. It's gonna be pretty slim.
Okay.
Yeah, equipment, but you would have this on the ship, so if there's something you wanted to hand off.
Yeah, I wanted to, because I bought some med packs and I wanted to hand them to Remo.
Okay. Yeah, that would be something that, you kind of have like that, so definitely. So, how many you handing over?
I'm handing 2 over.
Okay.
I'm keeping 2 for myself.
Remok, make note of that.
Hopefully these weren't bought from the same Rodian who sold me my parts.
No, I bought him from a Wookiee, and he got a lisp, and it was a little bit weird.
A Wookiee with a lisp.
Yeah.
So the Darek and Kendria head down the ramp first, and the other representatives from BlasTech immediately kind of like open their arms and greet them and says, "Welcome, our friends. We look very much towards this opportunity in discussing between each other. I think there will be great things to be learned and shared, and this should prove very beneficial for everyone. Please, come with us." And they kind of step aside to allow everyone to come along. You're able to, they put all the cargo crates on a hover sled. So they're all in one hover sled and kind of come down along with you. So, in between each other, if you want, have the 2 techs in front of you, and then, 2, the crates, and then 2 behind it, and escort that down. And then the landing bay door slowly rises behind you. It sits there just on the landing pad waiting for your return.
I'll be pushing the hover cart and just...
Okay.
Yeah, me as well.
Mm-hmm. So, how was the trip in? It's kind of one of the hosts kind of yells out to the crowd.
Oh, it was actually pretty smooth sailing. We have a droid pilot and does pretty good work. I highly recommend it.
We have been working on a few different advanced technologies with the droid capabilities. Perhaps we'll take a look at some of that today. So, just a simple check-in process once we get to the facility. Of course, I assume that your merchandise is, your samples here are in the crates. Of course, we will need to check and see if there is any other unmarked weaponry. So, if you need to remove that at this time, that is, you can do so. But otherwise, once we get in, we will be checked for that. And you head into like a double set of doors that slide open, and then you can see you're in kind of like a holding area where there's a few more guards here, and you basically going through a checkpoint system, and people go through and be checked to just look over for anything. They take the crates around to a separate area to go through and kind of get scanned, imaged, and then Darek and Kendria head through first and go through. They're inspected quick, get the okay to head through. So, who is going through next?
Okay.
No. Okay.
Dash? Okay. All right, so you head forward, and individual just kind of begins checking you over for anything. Go ahead and give me a sleight of hand check at advantage to hide your blade. You had a blade, was it?
He has the wrist blade.
Okay. All right, a 19 after modifier. That'll definitely do it. There's not even a hesitation to wherever that is. They just check you over, see that you're good to go, and usher you on. Next.
I'll go.
Okay, Tev. You step forward, kind of same process. Go over. And if you're hiding. Did you have two things?
Yes, I have a knife. I have a hidden blade and a holdout.
The holdout. Okay, so two separate checks, both at advantage. Sleight of hand. All right, so first one is good with the 19.
And give you another one.
Very nice, great rolls. 22 on that one. So same thing. There's no hesitation. You're able to just get right through. The guard waves his hand towards the either two of you.
I guess I'll go next.
Okay.
After you, Remok.
And did you have something you were hiding as well?
The pistol, yeah.
Okay. Yep. So same thing. Sleight of hand at advantage. Okay. 23 after modifier. Very good. You guys are doing great. Get through without any issues. Craq,
Yeah,
you finally come forward.
I walk through. I got nothing on me.
Okay, so they still check you down, but again, like everyone else, there's no hesitations or anything. You're able to quickly get your way through and head in. The two hosts take you in through the facility. You go through a few different hallways. You feel like you stay like on the edge of the facility, like everything's in the central part. So the main throughways are all on the edge, and eventually make your way down a narrow hallway into a meeting room that's got a large table with seating around it for most everyone. There's a large display table, a hollow table there as well, that kind of props up to show information and whatnot. A small little astromech style droid comes in, service droid rolls in with some refreshments and things for anyone, and the two guards that have been escorting you the whole time, they head out after this, and there's doors that do close. There's two entrances, so the one that you walked in, you came in from, call it the south, and then there's one to the east of the room as well that you come into. But doors close behind you, and the host, there's two other individuals that show up as well. You have 4 representatives from BlasTech here, and then the 6 of yourselves. They gesture to whoever wants to have a seat at the table, and then kind of begin this presentation, if you will. Darek begins and just goes into talking about thanking them initially for allowing the opportunity to be here, and just being excited for sharing this information. And BlasTech, starts showing them some things off on the hollow table, and then you wheel in that hover cart of cargo and are able to kind of start showing some of that stuff off. What would you guys be doing at this time?
Does the hover cart of cargo, have like our weapons and stuff on it also? Like
Yes,
somewhere else in there?
that's what it is. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, so they're like showing off like our weapons to them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think I'm just sitting back and watching them talk about this stuff. I don't think I'm doing anything just yet. Kind of like surveying the situation. You said there are 2 doors to this room?
Yes. Yep. So one that you came in from the south, and then there's one to the west, the left side when you come in.
Mm-hmm.
I would imagine I would be like I'd be modeling, or like at least like they're like, oh yeah, like this is gaffy stick, and I'll like twirl it around real quick and like do a little flourish, and then like pick up and hold the bowcaster and like do things so that way they could see how it would look on somebody if they were actually going to use it.
Give me a performance check.
Great, guys. I said something and then immediately regretted it. Performance.
You can do it. I believe in you.
No.
Dance around.
I'm really awful. I'm like holding it, and like I'm not used to using a rifle or a bowcaster, so like I go to like move it and I accidentally like trigger it and it just goes blasting into the wall or something. I'm like, oh, sorry. First day on the job.
There's heavy alarm from everyone, and Kendrai just kind of comes over, puts an arm on it, and says, maybe you just stand watch. We'll show off the goods. Sorry,
like it works pretty well to me.
Yeah, sorry about that. But you did get to see what it looks like in action. That's the plus side, and I'll like go and walk back and just kind of lean up against a corner.
Distracted potentially from the helmet. Yes, it throws you off.
Yeah, I can't see anything in my helmet. It's like what is this? I accidentally pulled the trigger. Like,
Tev would definitely be sitting at the table with his hands underneath the table, just like in a very like, I am totally paying attention kind of, and just like looking around, gauging the situation.
Okay.
Are any of the people from BlasTech like hanging out by the actual doors, or the 4 of them all at the table?
2 of them are at the table, and then the other 2 they're kind of like standing up near this hollow table for the presentation, kind of showing it off. So yeah, there's a few people standing up. But yeah, they're not right near the door though.
I'll kind of like edge my way to like the south door, to like just enough where like I'm still kind of part of the presentation, but not enough where it's just like too suspicious.
Mm-hmm.
I guess just kind of in case I need to cut them off or anything. It's kind of
right. Okay. Yeah. So they continue on and just going back and forth to show this stuff. And so Craq, you mentioned grabbing that your gaffy stick, but really grabbing that rifle, to showing that off. But it's at the time that one of the cases opens up, and that's when your gaffy stick comes out. This time, and the representatives from BlasTech are thrown off by this, and one of them is, this is a weapon of the Tuskens, generally native of Tatooine. Yes, is this something you are developing? What's and Darek just kind of chimes in and says, well, yes, we have working on really just trying to expand our offerings, looking to other cultures and groups and what they have, and seeing how that's beneficial to the greater, to our greater offering. You really see that there's a lot of thought going through each of the individuals' minds at this. That just seems quite interesting. I thought they were pretty peculiar group of people. I wouldn't expect them to give up a sacred item like this.
Well, normally they wouldn't. But we managed to get our hands on this one from a particular Tusken.
Go ahead and give me a Tev. Give me a deception check.
Oh, that's right. I have it at advantage because of Remok.
No, you just
Not advantage. You just get. Are you proficient in it?
I
already?
am proficient in it.
Okay, so then it doesn't really apply. It would just allow you to be so. But a 21, yeah. So on top of Darek giving his spiel and chiming in, that you see the four individuals begin to seem to kind of swallow that explanation. But Kendraya then looks over and she kind of makes eyes at each of you and gives a nod of, okay, we need to do what we're doing, and let's get this going.
Is there one of the scientists that we're talking to? Is there one that looks like he's in charge? Like he's been the main one talking and...
Yeah, he's standing up at the holo display. Yes. Not really any significant badge or anything, but just has been the one presenting.
Okay. I would like to use a force power.
Okay.
Try and mind trick him into thinking that I'm presuming that he has an office or something, and that something has tripped the silent alarm in his office. And he's gonna and hopefully he'll run out and bring maybe a couple people with him.
Okay. So, go ahead and so you're using mind trick.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So he needs to make a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw. What is the DC on that?
13.
13. Okay.
Oh God, I'm so nervous.
Oh, 15 on the die. And so you reach out and try to influence this individual to twist his thought process to just kind of loosen up there, so then you're able to give this argument that, hey, you need to go do something, whatever. But immediately just turns towards you and just kind of squints his eyes as if something, he doesn't know what it is, but he just feels like something, and his hand just kind of goes to his head. He says, what are you, what is going on? Something's not right here.
Are you okay? You look like you're having some kind of headache or
something's not right here. Who are you all?
What's sorry, can you go over where they're all standing again real quick?
Yeah, so you have a table, so a rectangle room. You guys came in from the south. There's a room off to the left. You have the hollow table is on the right side of the room, and then the table is in the kind of upper left area. So you have a couple of individuals at the table with whoever else is there, and then two of the individuals are near that large table.
Okay, so the large table is where the presentation is happening?
The hollow table, sorry, is where that the display screen, yeah.
Okay, and that's not the one in the upper left of the room.
Correct.
Okay. So there's just a couple of them hanging out at the table in the upper left, and then the main dude that just said that, and then someone else talking at the other table.
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna... Who else is at the table, I guess, in the upper left? It's just two of those guys?
So Kendraya and Darek are not. They're standing up as well, just kind of in the kind of opposite corner, we'll say, of the hollow table. as they were, most involved in the presentation. Remok said he went down to near the south entrance. So then I would say, so Tev said he was at the table. Craq, if you're over there as well, and then Zash, if yourself was there as well. So
yeah, I was probably like around the table. I'm gonna walk up to like the display case is like pretty much all out. Like, are our weapons out?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna start walking up and be like, what's this guy? Did this guy tell us his name?
He didn't. Yeah. Let me see here. Arlan.
Arlan.
Yeah.
Like, Arlan, my friend, are you all right? You don't look too hot. We're just here. As I'm slowly like walking up to the our weapons and stuff. And be like, my friend, we're just trying to give a presentation on our weaponry here. Well, this one is actually my favorite one. This will probably calm your nerves a bit. I grab the the stun grenade, and I go, you see this? Oops! And I throw it over at the table where the two other guys are sitting at.
Okay. All right. So, what is the? Is it a dexterity on that, or
that
is
one?
That one con?
That one's a. It's different in the. Okay.
I believe it's con.
Let's see. Electric grenades have range equal 30%. Throw grenade. Each creature within 10 feet must make a DC 13 Dex saving throw.
It is Dex. Okay, get out of the way.
1d6 lightning damage on a failed save or half as much on a successful one. Additionally, on a failed save, the creature is stunned until the end of its next turn.
Okay, so 2 of them coming up here. First one. Oh, not 2d20. Actually, yeah, I can just roll 2d20. I believe those are both fails, a 9 and a 4. No modifiers.
Where were those rolls for me?
The you toss, you try and play off like this. You threw this accidentally, but it flies over towards the table, towards where 2 of these. What is the blast radius on those?
I think it's just 10 feet.
10 feet, pretty small.
Each creature within 10 feet, yes.
Okay, cool. You can definitely kind of like have this set where it's not going to affect anyone else. It's easy to plan that. So it does only affect these 2 individuals, and it bursts out. This kind of effect, little charge comes out and hits both those individuals, and they're sitting down. They're not really able to react to it, and then they just slump over in their chairs. One of them falling with a thud. Immediately, the other 2, Arlan and then the other individual, are just like they kind of like push back. What the crap? What is going on? Quick! And
immediately stand up, and then I'll pull out my holdout and I'll point it at him and be like, "Look, just calm down a bit."
They're shaking and they're frantic, and they're just like, What are you doing? You're not going to get away with this."
I grab the gaffy stick and toss it over to Craq.
What are you doing? What are you trying to do? We need the guards.
As I catch the gaffy stick, Zash hears in his head, "Thank you, but we need to finish this now." As I begin striding up toward Arlan and the other one.
Okay. Are you are you doing anything?
If you'll let me, I'm gonna bash him in the head.
Okay, so you're just going in for an attack. Tev, are you doing anything?
I'll be standing near the west, like not in front of the western door, but closer, like maybe like in between it and them, and just saying like, "All right, everybody, calm down. We just need to get a few things. Once we get those things, we'll be on our way. So how about y'all put your hands on the table and don't try and trip any silent alarms, because our big friend here will know."
Go ahead and give me a your choice, persuasion or intimidation.
Persuasion or intimidation? Ooh, I'll go persuasion.
Okay, very nice, 21. So you notice that they're against that table. Their hands are like starting to kind of move around it, and you get that sense that they're trying to do something, but they realize that maybe they want to, you know, save their lives rather than trip the alarm and fear for the worst. So the hands slowly go up, both individuals there. What do you want? Please don't do anything. What do you want?
Hey, it's all right. It's all right. Just keep them where we can see them, and we'll be golden. All right. I promise nothing bad will happen to you. At most, they'll probably just have a nice day. And then I'll like look at Craq as he just kind of like meanders over there.
I take my blaster and my stuff too.
Okay.
I assume that the blaster doesn't have like any kind of like stun setting or something like that, right?
So really, all blasters do have that capability. So, would you like to exercise that?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll say, if you want to, Tev, you as well. You know, since you have that out, you know, switch over. You want, you can quick blast both of them. You know, I'm not gonna worry about specific hits to hit points and things like that. With these two, you can stun them with their shots, and then they slump down as that hits to the ground, able to get them out of the way. The Dark just kind of looks over and looks at you, Zash, and is just, well, that was one way to get things started, but keep an eye out on those doors. I'm sure we're gonna have company here very soon. They
got it.
They monitor this place pretty well. So, Kendraya, shall we? And the two of them head over to the computer console there, and you see them starting to plug in and working at things. And there's a few moments. Go ahead.
I motioned to any one of the guys and just get them to help me, like drag over the four of them and just like tie them up, like gag them or something. So they're just like in the corner, kind of hidden, like bound and like
tie them up,
covered.
toss them under the table.
Yeah.
Okay.
While you're tying up, I'm taking tables and I'm just flipping them over for cover. I'm like doing it like one.
There's just like the one large table, so but you can definitely do that if you want to move that into a position.
Yeah, I'll set it up kind of center in the room where you would get cover if people would come in from both doors.
Okay. Yeah.
And
definitely doable. Yep. And then the other two would be behind that. So there's a few moments as you kind of can hear them kind of tapping on data pads and keys and things, a few beeps here and there, whatnot, and then you just hear Kendraya just like, "Oh, crap. Well, I think we're just about getting what we need, but they know what's up. So we're gonna be fighting our way out of here. Get ready. We're almost done with this extraction, and then we'll get where we need to go."
To what extent do they know things are up?
And with that, there is there's an alarm that kind of goes off in the facility, and you then hear shouts from down the hall. You can hear footprints coming down the hallway as individuals seem to be coming towards. Let's see here. And the doors whoosh open out of your control, and you can see Remok. So go ahead and reorient yourselves as you would have been in the room. Let us get over to that scene. Whoosh. Okay. So yeah, Remok, you were kind of down south, I think you said. All right.
I definitely would have been behind the table. Like once Craq flipped it, I would have been like back against it. I'll have my blaster pistol. Actually, no, I would have the bowcaster out. There we go. I can use words.
Okay. Yep. And let's see. Can I draw?
I probably would have been where the people we tied up are, like making sure they're secure. So either like top left, where I assume we put him either in like top left or like top right corner or something.
Okay. So we'll say that's basically like the table. Maybe not completely that long, but that's where you're able to move the table, push it around to get that cover. So behind that, you'll have a few points of cover on that. as long as that lasts. With that, there's guards that start rushing into the room, and blaster fire begins coming into the facility. So with that, we get into some initiative. Get on the right tool here. Okay, so go ahead and go to the initiative panel and deal yourselves in.
Am I able to? I think we forgot about this last time because I have the responders routine. I can add my proficiency bonus to initiative rolls, and then have advantage on attack rolls against creatures that haven't acted yet.
So when you, that's right. So we'll just edit it later. Go ahead and roll normal.
Okay.
And then, no, go ahead and roll it. And then what? So we add 2 to that.
+2. Yeah. So that would be 14 then.
Okay. Just manually update that. And then, yeah, we need to get that figured out. But okay, you guys all in? All right.
We're in.
Darek, not looking good. Guards coming in. And we'll take the best out of Darek and Kendrya, which is Kendrya. So I'm just going to remove. I just move him up. I'll edit. What does she have on 11? Okay. They will be together. Okay. All right. So let's begin combat. There it is. Okay. The guard comes rushing in, rushing down, and Craq, are you in the front of that table, or did you go behind it? Based on your position on the map.
I would have been in front of it. I would have flipped it over and then moved in a position where I could have easily gotten to the front either way.
Okay. So this guard's gonna see you there and is gonna take shots coming in at you. So he's gonna fire away a couple of shots coming in. Turn that one. First shot coming in at 11. I assume will miss. We'll take another shot. A 15. That will hit. For 6 points of energy damage as the blast comes through, striking the Tusken. All right. Next is the other guard here, and that is coming from the west side. There is going to rush forward, full movement basically into the room and look around, and it's going to turn up towards you, Zash, and take a couple shots at you. Natural 18, I assume, or a 22 will hit.
Yep.
For 6 points, and we'll fire again. We'll miss on the second one as you anticipate the second shot and are able to get out of the way. Okay. Finally come around to Tev. You are up, crouched down behind the table with a little bit of cover near the other two. What are you doing?
I'm gonna pop up and I will see our good old friend Craq right there, and I'll see the guy that shot at him, and I will take a shot with the bowcaster at this mean guy who hurt our companion. Fire. Yeah. Did it go?
Not yet.
Clicking it, and it's not.
It's like you're just kind of repeating. Are you hitting attack in the? Oh, do you have your thing popped out? Your cheat popped out?
Yeah, I do.
That might be why.
Okay,
yeah, because there's like that other thing that pops up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's why. Because yeah, it's hitting the chat. Just.
Oh, there it goes. Boom.
Okay. Which one are you going after, by the way?
I'm going after this guy.
Okay. All right. You fire across, and it just goes by his shoulder there. You aren't able to connect He kind of like dodges out of the way just at the last second with that first shot.
This thing's still clunky. And then I will. That's all I can do. I'll just stay here for
one
a
action.
minute.
All right. With that, Zash, you are up.
Cool. Which two guards went already?
This one right in front of you, down to the entrance, and then the one on the lower left.
Okay.
The left, leftmost of the bottom.
Gotcha. This guy, I don't know if you can see my thingy moving around.
Yes, yep. I
that
need to
one.
turn the
Cool.
ping thing on. I don't have that on,
Um, sweet. Then I'm gonna. Am I able to move this? Oh, I can move that up. The like inventory power stuff is like getting in my way. Cool. Okay. After getting hit, I'm like, this is a bit more my speed. I run over to here to get cover, and I'm gonna shoot at the guard that didn't go yet because responders routine. I would get advantage on people that haven't gone yet.
Okay.
I'm just gonna, since I have advantage, I'm going to use, Tracer Bolt.
Okay.
Yeah, so who's that? No, no. Oh, okay, there we go, attack damage.
Yeah, that'll definitely hit.
Nice.
No. Very nice. Okay. Excuse me. So you fire across this hefty shot, and the guard lets out a heavy cry in pain. You can tell that was very significant to him, and he's reeling pretty bad. He's still up. That was a good hit. Anything else?
Cool. I don't think so. I think that's pretty much all I can. Pretty much all I can do. Yeah, I'm gonna chill with that. I'm gonna kind of like duck behind the table a little bit.
Okay. All right. That brings us to Craq.
Craq's gonna do what he's really, really good at. Bonus action as he's ripping off his helmet. Gaffy stick in one hand, gonna let out the big old Tusken war cry, and then is going to double check that I can do it. What is that? Oh, that's not right. What is it? Spacebar or shift?
For movement,
Yeah.
control.
Oh, control. There we go. Yeah, I can get there.
Spacebar will then move the token after you click where you want to go, and then
There we go.
there you go. Yep.
Yeah, so I'm going to do that bonus action rage, and then I'm going to, as my action, I'm going to slam my fist into the ground, or slam my gaffy stick into the ground, sorry, and use my force power tremor to just blast the ground, causing it to just completely ripple, tear, and break apart. Both of them need to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. The one directly south of you goes, and I assume will fail with a 5.
5 fails.
And the other one to your right, a 15. Got a save?
15 saves.
Okay.
So the one that failed is going to take 6 points of bludgeoning or of kinetic damage.
Okay.
The other one will take 3 points of kinetic damage. The one that saved is standing up still. The one that failed is knocked prone.
Okay.
And anything within a 5-foot... Yeah, within a 5-foot radius of me is difficult terrain at this point.
Okay. All right, good to know. So, yeah, you rush forward after this cry and just come down with your stick hard, and the rest of you just notice this, like, maybe initially just interpreting that Craq just threw his stick down with such force that this ripple of energy almost kind of just burst out from it. And it knocks the two guards kind of up, one against the wall, the other one, it just knocks him over onto the ground. He was already reeling in heavy pain. Now he's looking extremely rough. The other one just taking that initial hit up against the wall, bump there, but looking frustrated. Craq, is that your full turn?
That is my full turn.
Okay. So, Darek and Kendria continue to work on extracting this data. They feel that they are very close to doing so, and should not take too much longer. The last guard that, this guard that just got hit and is knocked over is going to stand up, and then just in the face of you, Craq, is really going to turn his rifle and hit you with the butt of his gun. Attempts to, at least. Attempt indeed. Nat 1, that will be a wild miss. Just way too weak from the hit. Is woozy and just it like hits you, but it's just like he's like tapping you. It's nothing. And he's gonna he's not even gonna try another time. He just gonna stand there. The last guard is going to make his entrance in, and come up behind his counterpart, and he's going to shoot over at Kendria and try and take her out, sensing that potentially she's at least one of the individuals that's probably here to do something that they need to put a stop to. So we'll do that, taking a couple shots. That will miss with a 6, and another shot with a 12. A 12 will hit. Ooh, for 6 points. Heavy hit there. Heavy. The shot comes in and blasts Kendria in the shoulder, and she lets out a cry, and kind of falls to her knee quickly, reeling from that. And just kind of looks over and says, "Wait, you guys supposed to be taking care of this, come on." What? Oh. And slowly gets back to her feet to try and go back to helping Darek to deal with this. Remok, you are now finally up.
Right. I am going to look over at Tev and yell out, "Come on, let's put that bowcaster to some work and let's see if you really use it." A bonus action critical analysis on Tev.
Ooh.
So the next minute on any of your rolls, you can activate it and get a +4 to the roll.
Nice.
Yep, one-time use. I think you won't get another one for I think it's like
a long rest.
Is it? Long rest. Okay, long rest. So yeah. But, yep. So, okay. That was your bonus action, right, Remok?
Correct.
Okay.
Then I'm going to use some of my movement to run over to this hallway. And I'm going to quickly type some stuff into my wrist pad, push a button, and I'm going to activate my flame sweep. I'm just going to jet out and I'm just going to shoot a cone of flames right down the hallway.
Awesome.
And engulf them in it.
Okay, that'll hit both of them?
Yeah, it's a 15-foot cone.
Yep, that's awesome.
And it is
They gotta save against that?
dexterity saving throw.
Okay. All right, the one on the left here will go first. What's our DC on that?
I think it's 14.
Okay, well, the first one will fail. Second guard. Ooh, they are not doing well with a 6, so both of them will fail. What's our damage?
8
points of fire damage. Okay, are they? Does it say that they're on fire?
It says anything. No, it ignores anything flammable that's not being worn or carried in the area, but they're not on fire now.
Okay, all right. So, you see the Bothan run around and throwing some support to Tev, and then just just flame just bursts out into the hallway as these two guards just let out a cry as it burns and singes. With that, we come to the top of round 2 as first guard is going to be there kind of coming off from that hit against the wall, seeing you right there, Craq, and is going to go ahead and just, was not prepared for this up-close fight, so is going to go in for that stock strike against you. Really all that they have to are able to do. Oh my goodness, another nat 1. They will attempt another hit.
You can stop anytime you want.
13 will also just miss. Cannot. The ground that's all destroyed right now like throws his footing off and is just not able to get a good strike on that. All right, the other guard, second guard up. There we go. Will is gonna shoot at Remok. He just got singed by his flamethrower and is gonna go after that for sure. So let's do that. Taking a couple of shots with the blaster rifle. Uh, 10, I believe, will miss. And go ahead and fire again. How about a 17? That will hit.
That will hit, yeah.
Alright, good damage rolls at least. 6 points coming in to Remok. And he will actually, it's going to fall back a little bit. Still a line of sight on most everyone, but it's going to fall back just a little bit. As then, Tev, it comes to your turn.
Like after Remok, yells at me, I'm gonna look back at what's her name, Kindrya, and I'm gonna like take one hand off the bowcaster and like hold it up, and then a little like sheen will come over her, and I'm gonna cast Sanctuary with my bonus action on her.
Nice.
And then I'm going to go ahead and take a shot at this guy over here. This one right here. I don't know if you can see me moving around. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm gonna take a shot at him with the bowcaster.
Okay.
I'm gonna use it, the critical analysis. So I get a +4 to the roll.
So you
attack.
can use that afterwards. You can
After
add it
attack.
to the roll afterwards. Yeah. Technically, I think it's before I announce if it hits or not. So.
Okay, so
but
I'll
yeah.
do the attack.
Double right click on Kindrya too, real quick.
Oh,
It
okay.
should target her, and then we'll just put that little symbol to show that she. There you go. Yep. Cool.
Okay, cool.
So we got that just denote the sanctuary, and the sanctuary is if anyone attacks her, they have to make a.
Wisdom saving throw.
Right. Okay. Yep. Awesome. All right. So you fire across towards the other guard.
Mm-hmm.
Feeling pretty good about that shot.
Oh, I'm feeling pretty good about it.
Okay. So hold on to your
I'll hold
assistance
on
from
to it.
Remok. All right, and that will come in. So go ahead and roll damage on that.
Oh.
Oh man. All right. Better than nothing. Yeah. All right. 4 points across. It's a new weapon to yourself. You're still getting used to it. Heavily modified by that Trandoshan. So, but you still are able to fire it across and get a shot on the guard. Anything further?
And then I'm gonna use my reaction from my where'd it go? From my covert style to dip down and hide.
Okay.
See if I can make. I just closed my character sheet. I'll make a stealth check.
What does that specifically say?
It says. Nope, wrong spot. Covert style. I can take the hide action as a bonus action if I already had the hide action.
You used bonus
as a
action
bonus
for
action.
Sanctuary, though, didn't you?
Yeah, but I can instead
Keep
take
going.
it as a reaction. on my
Reaction.
turn.
Okay.
So I use my reaction to hide.
Okay. All right. We'll
Nice.
see if you hid well enough. Zash, you are up.
Cool. Looking at the west door and seeing these two guards in like relatively close proximity to each other, I grin and I pull out my plasma grenade, and an electro stun grenade. And I spend my bonus action playing Eeny, Meeny, Miny, Mo to decide which one to throw, and then wind up on plasma grenade. And I chuck that at the the guards down in the hallway.
Okay.
That rhymed.
What's the blast radius on that?
10 feet.
10 feet. I don't think you'll get. I think they're farther away, unfortunately. Let me do. Here we go. Oh wait, no, never mind. You're good. Never mind. Yeah.
Sweet.
Yep. Cool.
Oh, how'd you do the radius thing?
So it's the angled ruler icon on the left. It looks like it's like a bent ruler, and then if you open up that, it's got like circle and other things. You guys see that? Your guys' toolbar might be hidden, so you have to hover over to the left. Yeah, because of the other screen. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So.
I see it. Cool.
All right. What's the save on that?
That is I think that's a DC 14.
Okay. Sorry, dexterity.
Dexterity save DC 14. Yeah.
Okay. First one coming in. Farthest back will fail. Good lord, these rolls. Second one coming in will save. So the frontmost is able to dive out of the way. The one in the back, however, is not. Go ahead and roll. What's the damage on that?
That is 2d10 energy.
Okay.
Right. 2d10 energy and a failed save. Okay. I think I have it. Let's do it in the inventory.
Just manually at the bottom too.
That's true.
So having that, see where it says place measured template in your chat card?
Uh-huh.
If you click that, and then you can click on the map.
Oh, that's sick.
And that'll throw the...
There we go, yeah.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Nice. So the back one failed. Is there half damage on us? Yep, half is.
Yeah, half damage on
Okay,
us.
so 7 points. All right. So definitely significant as you sit there and the rest of you see Zash kind of almost juggling back and forth and like this one and throws it out and it hits and there's just burst of this plasma energy courses out through the hallway, hitting the two individuals. The front one able to dive out of the way, still catching it a little bit, both letting out yelps and pain. Looking both pretty rough. There's only, the one guard next to Craq looking all right. The rest of them are not looking very good all around. So, okay. Is that your full turn, Zash?
Yeah, pretty much. I guess I'm already there on the board, but I think I would kind of try to position myself in between those guards and I guess our two nerd friends. Okay,
awesome. With that, Craq, you are up.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep it real simple and just swing away with my gaffy stick. Is there one that looks more damaged or like more hurt than the other?
The one to your direct south is immensely hurt more. The one to the left of you, the token, is in pretty good health.
All right, I'm gonna go for the one that is a little bit more or is a little bit less damage than the one to my left.
Okay.
And I'm gonna attack recklessly because why not? Hey!
Nice.
What do you
natty
know?
20.
I'll take that.
All right.
I'm gonna,
which one are you going for? You said
the one on my left.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna add my sonic charge to that.
Okay.
So that'll be a crit. So that'll be 15 points of damage plus 2d8 for my sonic charge, which will be another 5 points, so 20 points of damage total as I smack into it with my gaffy stick.
Is 1d10 the normal damage on that?
Correct.
Okay, yep.
Correct.
Okay.
And then 1d is the normal for the sonic as well.
All right. So just this heavy hit into the guard there, just cracks into him, goes against the, slams him against the back of the wall as well. You can hear just inside probably ribs or something cracking. He's looking very rough now.
As a bonus action, I'm going to turn to the one who is to the south of me and just, you still want to be here?
Give me an intimidation check.
Let's do that. Where's that at? Intimidation.
You can do it.
I can. That's a dirty 20.
Nice. Yeah, you sense. Okay, so it's his turn. Darek is just. We almost got it. We're almost good. Just hold him off a little bit longer. We're gonna have to fight through these tunnels, but we're there. And then the guard that you just look down upon, Craq, just looks at you and just kind of takes a little bit of a step back, putting his rifle down. I mean, he's in immense pain, and he's just kind of standing. He doesn't do anything else. He just kind of stands off a little bit. With that, the other guard over here is going to survey the room and is going to shoot at Remok after taking that flamethrower. With a 10 will miss. And an 18 will hit there.
Okay.
Another 6 points of damage as another blaster shot comes in, hitting the Bothan. And he will move back a little bit as well, kind of just getting some distance from everyone at this point. Pulling back with his rifle up after taking shots at Remok, and then turning it back towards the other two tech team there. Remok just took this shot, and the guard runs away. You're up.
Do either of the two in this west hallway look more hurt than the other one, or are they both generally?
They're pretty close. The one on the top side is a little bit worse.
Okay. I'm gonna take a shot at the one on the top
Okay.
with my pistol.
Very nice. That'll definitely hit. 22. Nice. How do you take him out? I'll give it to you.
I'm just gonna kind of like, after getting shot from both of them, kind of like holding the scorched blast wound, kind of like peeking out from the wall and just taking a shot at that one before going to like run and just run down over here for some cover, not even looking to see if the shot like fully connects, just one for cover.
All right. Yep, go ahead and make that other movement, and then that's your full turn?
Yeah.
Okay. So the other guard next to you, Craq, is going to he's not doing anything against this, he heard your plea to them to just stand down, but is in heavy pain, is just going to try and retaliate. He's kind of like just fighting for his life at this point. Is going to continue with that strike. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
These dudes just need to stop trying to hit me. I don't even want to kill them at this point.
Yeah, there we go. There we go. There we go.
I'll take that. Yeah.
Good.
One guy's just like, I don't want to do it. I just don't.
Oh. Okay, so big old 7 points of damage.
Reduce to 3. Also, I'm going to tattle on myself.
Oh.
I attacked reckless, so that first one would be a natural 20, so you'd still have one more.
Okay, so I get one more attack here.
With
advantage.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god. Are you kidding me? What in the world, Foundry? Okay, so 7 points of damage. All right.
Reduce to 3 because I'm raging.
Yes. All right. With that, we come to Tev. You are up.
All right. I'm gonna look and see that Remok is hurt. I'm gonna look over and see that Craq is just manhandling these two, and then I'm gonna look down the hall and see that guy that's still down there, and I'm gonna take a shot at him with the bowcaster. And I'll line it up and let it rip.
That will hit.
All right. Do some damage. What's with these rolls, man? Oh,
Still getting used to that weapon. You just kind of it has a heavy recoil in it. It does hit the guard, but just off his arm, so not doing as much damage as you would like. But it still hurts him. So.
And then I'm just like, thank Ferric. I'll like bring it back in for my next shot, but and then I'll use my bonus action to hide.
Okay. And then Zash, you are up.
Sweet. So I'm gonna. I'm just gonna shoot at the guard in the west hallway. Actually, first I'm gonna use him as my my scout. What's the thing? Ranger's Quarry. That's it. Yeah, so he'll be my Ranger's Quarry, kind of like Hunter's Mark. When I hit a target with a weapon attack, I can deal 1d4 additional damage.
Okay.
And then
double right click on that, the guy you're going after.
Oh.
There you go. Yep.
Ooh, cool. And I'm gonna shoot him with my blaster, which I took the as the upgrade thing. I took the Precision Chamber Mark 1, which increases the range by 10 feet. And I think he's like exactly 50 feet from me, which is my range now.
Yep.
So I steady my pistol, put it on the table, and aim down the sights and take a shot. Attack. And that's a 16.
Nice. That will hit.
Hell yeah. Yeah, line it up, see him backing away, and just boom, let go.
Shot flies down the hallway into the guard, hitting him. Roll that damage. Nice. All right. And you see the guard as he's trying to just kind of lean up against the wall, but the shot comes in and hits him, and he just slumps over, being taken out.
I do the classic like blow smoke out of the barrel thing.
All right. Anything else for your turn?
No, I'm gonna chill with that.
Okay. Craq, you are up.
Awesome. At the start of his turn, I keep forgetting my sonic charge would have done a D4 to him.
Was that to the one to the south or to the left?
To my left.
Okay.
For a
Should
total
that-
of 3.
Okay.
It's if he ends his turn 5 feet from me.
Is this the first time it would apply, or would it apply another time?
No, I've only attacked him once, so this would be the only time.
Yep. All right.
I keep forgetting, and then afterward, I'm like, oh shit, I got it.
It's all good.
But no, he's still up, so
Yep,
I'm
barely.
just gonna.
They're both really hurt.
Yeah, but he was the only one who attacked me. The other guy dropped his gun, so I'm gonna, I'm gonna reckless, because why not? For a 24.
24 will definitely hit.
Cool. And then I'm gonna add the sonic charge to it too.
Okay.
So it'll be a D10 plus a D8. So it'll be 7.
That, takes him out.
And then plus an additional 4 that'll just bounce him into the wall. And I'll turn and I'll put my boot on the gun as I'm like hit, take a step, just watch as the body just boom, slams against the wall. Look at that guy and just kind of nod my head. Go now.
All right. Garrick yells out, "We got it. We're good. Let's we're going west here. We good? Everyone taken care of?" The other guard just slowly, like, doesn't turn, but just slowly kind of keeps backing up and gets to where, like, the door gets past the doorway there and, like, closes the door between the two of you. So he's on the other side of the door and kind of goes away. You're on the other side there, but you take that as a sign of him retreating as suggested.
Yeah, we're good. One walked away, didn't want to fight me, and I'll like kick up his blaster and just kind of walk it over and hand it to whoever wants it.
Okay. Remok, anything you want to do?
Is the alarm still going off?
Yeah. Yep. They still have been.
Okay. Are there any computers in here that look like that they would like be able to access like?
So that's
what
Dark and Kendrai are doing right now. They're like hacking into the systems. So, what are you trying to do?
I was thinking if I could like slice into the system and like turn off the security like alarms and everything, just so it's not as so that the place isn't as on high alert.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, basically you can head over to kind of where they are and offer that suggestion. They kind of had a specific task of getting the schematics and things. So if you want to assist with that and try to do what you're after, certainly. So go ahead and give me a... Do you have Slicer's kit?
I do.
Okay, so go ahead and give me a roll with Slicer's kits. Okay. So you're able to get into the system. It's kind of been already opened up a little bit by Dark and Kendria, and to get in there, and you're able to dampen. You think you can dampen the security systems a little bit. Yeah. So you comfortable that you bought yourself some time at least to get to the data center.
All right.
Okay.
How are we looking over there, Remok?
That hurt. Might need to pass myself up a little bit before we make our next push, but I should be all right.
All right. Well, let's do it quick, man. I don't. Amount of guards. Oh man, this.
Are we still in like initiative order? Or can we do stuff?
We are out. So so Dark turns around and says, "All right, we're good. Here's we'll lead the way. Just follow along and keep cover. We just have to get to the data center. It's a few meters deeper into the complex, one level down, and then we just need to get there and do our thing. So as long as you just keep people off of us, we'll be good.
Question
Everyone
for
ready
you.
to go?"
Is there some sort of detention center here where they keep either prisoners or people like us would be locked up?
Not really. No. This they wouldn't really have something like that. They would probably process, by some outside authority, Yeah, they would.
Sorry. You guys were in the system, right? Can you guys maybe make an alarm on the opposite side of where we are? Make it look like we're heading in an opposite direction, maybe lighten our load, heading where we're going.
As they're talking, I'm gonna go over to the two like guard bodies and like just try to bring all the guard bodies into the room.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely.
I'm gonna take a quick. I'm gonna use a med pack real quick.
Okay. Kendria just looks over to Tev and says, "We have what we need. We need to get going. We're now against the clock, regardless of an alarm redirecting or not." So.
Did they turn off the alarms that were currently going on?
Remok subdued it a little bit.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah. So you feel that it potentially you'll have less of resistance on the way out. So you guys get ready. We can do a little patch up here. We'll go ahead and take our break now. But you guys get ready to head out and trek through the facility to find this data center to continue the extraction. And holding cover against the two techs to do what they need to do, and then you have to get out. That's the last piece of the puzzle. So we will do that. Everyone hanging out with us, thank you so much. We will be back here in about 10 minutes. Thank you for hanging out with us. So stay tuned, and we'll see you very soon. So thank you very much.
Holding.
Alrighty. We are back. Welcome, everybody. Chat, hello. Thank you for sticking around. We get back into it. So, the crew here escorting the tech team, Daruk and Kandrya, to help make this extraction. During the presentation, you eventually took out your hosts, but unfortunately set off some alarms, and some guards ascended onto your meeting room. You had to hold them off and were successful in doing so, while the other two extracted the information of locating the data center, the main data center you need to get to, and now you need to rush and get to that facility. So you all begin rushing through the hallways here, dodging out of the way of taking the best path that's going to hopefully be not really found. With Remok's help, luckily, you made that a lot easier than it is to go ahead and get through. But you come to this large, kind of large blast door before you, and Daruk heads up to that, and it's clearly going to be locked. And just says, "Yeah, this is pretty locked down. Any of you want to give some help trying to get into this?"
I have a security kit. Would that do stuff?
No, this is definitely a computer-based lock. It turns over to you, Remok. Says, "Bothan, you're pretty good here at the computers. Think you can help slice this?"
I can start to give it a shot, and I'll come over and try and do it again.
Okay. The rest of you standing guard, anticipating, any visitors. You're just in this direct hallway that's come down to this large door. Kandrya and Daruk there, just flanking you, Remok, with their own data pads pulled up, and to allow you to step in and go ahead and begin slicing this. So go ahead, give me a slicer hit check.
I'm gonna. I have a computer spike,
Okay.
which lets me re-roll the check.
Okay.
So I'm
Utilize
gonna
that if you like.
use
Yep.
one of those to re-roll it again. Ooh, that's much better.
All right, that was definitely worthwhile. So you get in there and you start typing into the system, and so you hit a quick little snag, but then you pull out the spike and throw that in there, and it bypasses that snag. And then after that, you realize it's just smooth sailing, and you get right into what you needed to. And excuse me, there's a satisfying click and beep, and then the door just unlatches and slowly begins to open up as you do. However, new alarms do go off as you enter this data center, as this is a very highly protected area. Kandrya just turns back and says, "Nice work, but the real work begins now. Keep your eyes peeled, make sure we can get what we need done, and then we'll get out of here." You enter into a large room that has, in the middle of the room, a bank of computers, like servers there, and two large, massive, like power generators at the back, and then a large computer console in the front of that as well. There's like large data storage there. Daruk and Kandrya immediately move up to that and begin working on things to allow the rest of you to just guard them as they do their thing. There's a pulsing red light in the room that slowly pulses. You can hear that faint sound of the alarm going off. Just sitting and waiting, anticipating something.
This is like that main room that they gotta be to get like the data we need, right? We're in, like,
Yes, yep, you're in the main data
now?
center now, yes.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah, so. And you sit there and you're waiting and just anticipating for that to show up, or for, maybe any resistance or whatnot. And it seems to take a while, or it seems like nothing is coming. It just feels odd that, nothing has shown up yet. There are You come in. You guys come in from the side, and then to the north and south. There's entrances as well with heavy closed doors also. So we'll just go over there and head to our room. Go ahead and arrange yourselves as you think you would.
So we came in here through the right side, and there's
Yes.
south and okay.
Oh boy. What are these? These are just like some computers.
So those are just two large kind of like server banks, information data banks. Yeah. So they've
Okay.
gone up to the main control system there to work on hacking that and whatnot. Go ahead and give me perception checks all around.
Wait, I can do that from here. Yes.
Okay. So, Craq and Zash, you're pretty focused on just kind of scanning the area, looking out, and being on guard. Maybe so much so that you don't really catch this. But the other two of you hear this faint, kind of like footfall, something rhythmic falling, but very heavy and metallic. You can tell. It's like dum, dum, dum. And there's almost a little bit of a whine to it as well.
Looks like we got company, guys. Try and get some kind of cover.
Which way is it coming from?
Which way is it coming from?
You sense it from like the south.
Are there like you said there are doors to like each of
Yes.
these entrances?
Yep.
I'm gonna say, Remok, are you able to do anything about those doors? Lock them down, something?
I look over. Is that a terminal open that I can possibly do it?
The
without
doors all have
interfering?
panels, so you could go to the panels and try and do something on each door. Yeah.
Okay. Guess I'll look over at Zash and I'll say I'll give it a shot, and I'll move over towards, I guess, the panel for the south door, the one that the whatever's coming sounds like it's coming from.
Okay. Yeah. So you head over there and plug in. Kendrya just yells back, "All right, this is gonna take a while. Just keep whatever's coming busy. Let us do our thing." And then
Well,
she
if
just
you
turns back.
If you can hurry it up at any time, much appreciated.
She turns back and throws you like a glare and just says, "Yeah, I know." And Remok, go ahead and give me a Slicer's Kit check. Very nice. So you're able to tap into that door pretty easy and put in some additional, kind of like lock down the system on it. So it's going to take additional bypassing to get that open. And it's at that moment, like a few moments after you able to do that, that you hear that loud clunking get like really close. You can tell it's right there. And then you can hear kind of like the door, like it's trying to be accessed, but it's obviously not doing so because of what you did. But then you just hear as something is hitting the door, just trying to smash its way through at this point.
If I have the
Everyone's
time,
gonna hear that. It's really loud at this point. So
I'm gonna
That's not good.
run back to the group. I'm not gonna stay by there.
okay. So there's just the heavy pounding that is going through. So we're gonna say that round one there, you are able to buy time and get one round of assistance to your tech team in getting things set up. So I'm gonna roll everyone real quick. Get it out of the way. Zash, sorry for my dice luck. Okay, and then move us around to round 2. Okay. And then I will add... I think he's going to show up on the map, unfortunately. Nice. Okay. All right, top of round 2. Heavy thuds into the door. You guys can start to see it like coming off of the frame and splitting open. It was a door that slid open to the side, and those 2 connections are starting to break and open up. And you're fairly confident that this thing is going to get through here any moment. At this point, Remok, you doing anything?
I guess I'm just going to hide behind Zash
Okay.
with my blasted drone and just hide.
Since the threat isn't in here yet, just real quick around the room, what is everyone doing at this point?
I think I'm going to pull out a plasma grenade and just like hold it so that as soon as I see this thing come through the door, I'm just going to...
Okay. All right.
Does the bowcaster have some kind of like I know it has like it contains a power cell, but does it have something that like the power energy would go through to make it shoot, like a power core or something in it that I could possibly expose?
It has a kill droid immediately setting.
to do what?
Because I want to see if I can make a like kind of bomb and put it in front of the door so when it opens I can shoot it.
Oh, I see what you're saying. No, not really, unfortunately, okay. and with how that's built in.
Okay, then I'll just be hiding right where I am.
Okay. Craq, anything specific you're doing?
Yeah, it's coming from the south, right?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna move. Well, I'm guessing I still have to use movement, don't I? Well, actually, no, because I can bonus action and reaction dash. Or action dash. So I'm going to move right here, flush.
Okay.
A little bit. Yeah. So that way I can peek around the corner, and when it comes out, then I'll, use my stuff. Because I should be able to.
All right.
Yeah,
so, Kendraya and Dark continue working away. You just keep them to in the zone, doing what they need to do. We come around to the top of round 3, and it's at this point that door gives way, just burst open, and you see this droid, just this hulking droid with looks like just heavy armaments. It's got a long, like kind of blade-like arm on one side, a cannon, laser cannon of sorts on the other. It's got 2 like shoulder cannons up. It just comes in looking ready to destroy, and it moves into the room and just scans. So with that, Zash, your held action would go off, so go ahead and throw that if you like. All right, dexterity 14. This thing is just nimble enough, and it is able to anticipate and dive out of the way as that comes in. Not fully out of the way, but enough to avoid the bulk of it, only taking a few points of damage there with that. But with that, it will have its turn proper, and is going to come in a little bit further and just kind of scanning the room, looking around at the threats and what's going on, and is going to go ahead and launch a volley towards. Actually, he's going to throw a volley towards the 2 techs and Tevhul
Oh boy.
I had that on there.
Is there cover nearby to me?
Not equipped. If you went behind, if you had not where you are currently, so if you would have went behind the servers, there would have been.
Oh, but is it it's within range of me, right?
What's that?
Like if I go behind the servers, it would be within range of me, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And I have my covert style, which lets me. Actually, no, sorry, my bad feeling, which will let me dive for the closest cover.
Okay. As like a reaction?
Yeah, as like a. Give me a second.
So while you're looking at that, the other two are not anticipating this, so these shots come in against both of them. I'll give them. Oh.
Yeah. So.
I don't think that was right. You got that pulled up?
Yeah. So once per round, when I'm the target of a ranged attack, or I'm subject to an effect that allows me to make a dex saving throw, and there's cover within 10 feet of me, I can move up to 10 feet. No action required.
Okay.
And then I must move. The movement must end in cover.
Yeah, you definitely can. So next to Zash, basically, and that will put you out of range of the blast. So, all right. Let me do. Come on. Yep, that'll be a fail. Okay, so both of them, the techs are there focused on the job at hand and are working to try and extract this data, and this blast comes in. They kind of like realize something's going on, but it's way too late for them to react, and they aren't able to, and they will both take heavy damage, both of them. So with that, you can see they're not in good spirits at all, both of them. Then the droid just kind of steps in one more further, and then Remok, we'll go to you.
All right, I'm going to see that blast, look at the droid. I'll kind of try and do a quick look over, engage, see any potential weak spots. I'll bonus action to make it my critical analysis target.
Okay.
And then I'm just going to take a shot at it with my pistol.
Nice.
That's a natural 20.
Nat 20.
Let's go.
Okay. 8 points flying energy damage.
And think
Anything else from it or from you?
I'm going to. No, I'm just gonna stay here.
Okay. All right. After your turn, before you go, Craq, the droid will take a shot towards you, Remok, in retaliation. With a 19, which I do believe hits.
Yep.
For 7 points of damage.
Just like
And
a
Craq, you are now up.
Yeah, seeing that, I'm gonna go into another Tusken rage and charge at it. And then I'm just gonna make a big old swing. My gaffy stick. I'm gonna go for one of the legs. I'm not gonna try to sweep it quite yet, but I'm gonna go reckless. Yeah, go reckless, and then I'm also gonna add my sonic charge to it. 18 to hit.
18 will hit.
Thank God. Cool. So
Rush up in a
damage
loud clunk against the metal chassis
is
of
gonna
the
be
droid.
9 points of bludgeoning plus 4 points of sonic damage.
Okay, 13 total. Pretty solid hit against it. Put in a heavy dent into that. Yeah, anything else?
Nope, that was my action.
You said you did sonic on that?
Yeah, that was sonic
Okay.
damage on the back
right.
half.
So you rush up and whack at it, and it spins, kind of like the droid did on the starship. It just rotates on a little axis and comes around to you, and it will then raise up its bladed arm and is going to come down with a heavy strike onto you, Craq. With a 14?
With advantage.
Oh, you're right.
I'm gonna tattle on myself. I
I
don't
would
want.
hit
I don't,
anyway,
I
but
don't want to.
Crit
but
fish? Okay.
I'll let you crit fish. Especially after those ones.
5 points of kinetic damage as this blade comes down and strikes you. Are you...
I'm raging, so it'd be reduced to 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. Cool. Okay. So Darek and Kendria are up and they're working. They're in. You can see that they're in pain because they took this heavy hit of fire that they weren't expecting, of this volley from the droid. But they've tried to regain themselves and are continuing to do what they need to do. He just kind of shouts out, says, "Would you guys, Griffin, do your job? Well, we can do ours. We still got a bit to go. We're not gonna get anywhere with that thing. Take it out." Tev, you are up.
All right, I am going to reach back, and I'm gonna reach over. I'm gonna reach with my hand, and I'm gonna point it at Darek, and I'm gonna cast Sanctuary on him. And then I'm gonna peep up and see that Craq is fighting this droid, and I'm gonna take a shot at the droid with the bowcaster.
Is that a concentration spell, by the way?
It is not.
Okay.
Bowcaster. Wait, do I still have that +4?
No.
Dang it.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Dang it.
Is it only a minute, Remok?
It's a minute, but if I switch the targets, then
Okay, that's why.
yeah,
Okay.
he has to be
Can
my
I-
target for it.
Okay.
Can I burn my inspiration?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Oh, cool. Perfect. I'll burn inspiration. Do I just click on it? And
Yeah, the stupid layout thing kind of. There you go. Yep. Yeah.
Cool.
Let her rip.
Do it again. Oh boy. Hopefully this works.
Oh,
Oh man.
it was almost there. It rolled back. Unfortunately, it will not hit as it glances off its heavy, durable metal chassis, not able to get a good peek over the servers there that you're hiding from. What else are you doing, if anything?
I will come back down, and then I will use my reaction to hide.
Okay. And with that, Zash, you see your counterpart there duck up and down, and then next to you, you are there behind that central row of computers. You're up.
So I think seeing how we're all kind of bundled together here, I want to try to get its attention away from this area, or at least spread its attention among multiple places away from our two nerds over there. So I'm gonna run over here,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna take a combustive shot at it.
Nice.
Well, at first I'm gonna make it my Ranger score or whatever.
Okay.
Oh, actually, I guess I don't need to do the command, so I'll just use my pistol. It's the same thing. Ooh, let's go. Nat 20.
Ooh,
Very nice.
Critical hit damage. That's cool. Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Ooh. And then with the Ranger score, I think that's another, what was it, D4? Once per turn, hit a target, deal an additional 1d4.
Yeah, so roll 2d4.
Oh, yeah, snap.
D4, not D6.
Oh, oops, I'm sorry. There we go.
Okay, so 21 points of fire damage as you blast Craq. You just see this burst of fire energy hit up against the droid in front of you, and it just goes up. It kind of is reared back from the impact of the energy and whatnot, but Zash, you get a feeling that it shrugged it off maybe a little bit easier than it should have. You maybe kind of think back to when you first met with the hosts, your host here, and they talked about some of their advancements with, their droid projects and whatnot, and maybe you just kind of witnessed one that fire isn't doing as much as you think it should have.
I don't think it would take fire damage from that. I think it just
The combustive shot turns it into fire, doesn't it?
Does it?
Yeah, I thought it converted it to fire.
You must make a ranged weapon attack against one creature. On a hit, the target suffers the attack's normal effects, and it ignites in flame.
Okay, all right. Nope, you're right then.
So I think the fire is just for it being on fire at the start of this turn. But then I guess it would take less damage from that.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. All right. Anything else from your turn?
I guess I still have a bonus action. There's not really much I can do in my bonus action, so I'm just gonna. That'll be my turn.
Okay. So it is up. The droid is up, and it is going to turn again, and it has a directive, and is going to go ahead and launch another volley towards Darek and Kendraya, who are there. So with Sanctuary,
if anything targets Darek, they have to make a wisdom saving throw or choose a different target.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, I'll go ahead and have him roll that. Go ahead and what's the DC on that?
It is 13.
All right. It is able to see through this protection and throws that volley out there against both of them. Again, thinking that you guys are on top of everything. So they're going to go ahead and have to try and save against this, again at disadvantage, because they're just not anticipating anything coming in here. And not looking good. Oh, those rolls.
Can I use a reaction?
Yes.
Can I call out to... I guess I call out to Darek. No, yeah, I call out to Darek.
Darek had a nat 1 on his, so... Did I roll? Where was...
I said Kendra with the nat 1.
Oh, never mind. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. Sorry.
And I'm just going to use heads up just to give him a d4 in case it helps. Use one of my superior to die.
That will succeed and allow him to save against that. So Unfortunately, the blast comes in, and you just hear this yelp that falls into silence, followed by a thud, as Kendria slumps over onto the ground, taken out from this blast, goes down. Darek looks over and just yells out at her. And you can see, though, he's in intense pain and anguish as well, as he's looking very rough too. But he just kind of reflexively goes to her as she slumps over. That is what the droid will do at this point, and is then going to turn its focus around on Craq. Remok, you're up.
All right, I'm gonna trust that Craq can keep the droid busy, so I'm gonna switch my analysis target to Craq as a bonus action, and I don't know if it would apply to Kendria. Like, I don't know if she's like out or she's like dying. Is she just like unconscious, or is she like dying?
She's like knocked out. I'm gonna even have she's gonna make saves, death saves, but she's yeah.
Okay. In that case, I'm gonna try and run over to her and see if I can take out my trauma kit and just use it on her.
Okay. You definitely rush over and get to her. And then the trauma kits.
I just expend unused of it, and it automatically stabilizes them at 0 hit points.
Okay, so they're stabilized. They don't have to make checks. They're just stabilized.
Yeah, and this.
And it's an action, right?
It's an action. I don't have to make a check for it.
Yep.
So.
Okay, you're good. All right. So you rush over, and you see her just slumped over there, just clinging to life, and rush down and immediately go to try and stabilize her, as you said, and are able to do so. Standing over her, Darek just looks down at you, and you can see that he's torn in between the task and then his companion, but you can see a look of appreciation as you do this, and gives you a nod. And he just kind of lets out a little bit of a thank you.
I got this. Just focus on the mission. I'll take care of her.
Gives you a nod, and kind of with that straightens up and goes back to it. Anything else, Remok? I think that's everything for you.
That's everything for me.
Okay. Craq, you are up. And before you go, the droid is going to slash out again with its blade. Its arm blade.
It's also going to take the sonic damage, so I'm going to roll that.
Okay.
So it'd be 2 damage from being within from my sonic charge.
All right. And will slash out. You were reckless, so still, right?
Correct.
Okay. Oh, come on. But will hit still. There we go. 9 points of damage reduced to 4. 4 kinetic in as the blade then cuts across you again. Now it is your turn proper.
Cool. I'm going to... Dude, I wish I had 2 attacks. I really wish I had 2 attacks right now, because then I would trip it. But I can't. There makes no sense for me to trip it. So I'm going to. I'm just gonna, gaffy stick over the head, try to hit it center of mass. See what happens. I'm gonna go reckless again because that's been working. 16
will hit.
Oh my god. With the sonic charge still. So it'll be 7 bludgeoning, 7 bludgeoning plus 6 of this sonic
13.
for a total of 13.
Okay. All right.
And then bonus action. Oh man. Yeah, you know what? I think I'm gonna be bold and do it. Bonus action, I'm gonna take out a med pack and heal myself.
Okay.
Because why not? I have a bonus action I can't do anything
you can
with.
definitely do that, so go ahead and do that.
So D12, so that's an 8 plus
Nice.
my Constitution of 3 for a total of 11 HP.
Okay.
Brings me back up
You
to
go
full.
ahead and throw that in, and that burst of Kolto just it fills through, covering up the wounds and reinvigorating you a little bit, just in time for another blade to come down on you. And just will hit. These dice rolls, let me tell you. For 8 points down to 4. So 4 more points of damage against you as the droid takes another attack. Darek, back to his job there. I've almost got it. Just hold him off. I've almost got it. Tev, you are up.
All right, I'm going to drop the bowcaster and pull out my blaster pistol and a mirror, and I'm gonna throw the mirror up and fire at the mirror so it bounces off and hits the creature or the droid. Good old blaster pistol. Bowcaster hasn't been doing me well.
Nice. That'll
That's
definitely
more
hit.
like
23, yeah.
And because Craq is next to it, I'm gonna forego my sneak attack dice and make it a blinding. I'm gonna use a trick shot to make it a blinding shot.
Okay.
So it needs to make a Constitution saving throw of. It needs to make a Constitution saving throw of 12.
Okay.
And
So,
blinding.
you see that the shot comes in, and it looks like it seems to initially affect it, but then it shrugs it off, and you get a feeling that it was able to just still resist the effect. But it still takes the damage.
Yeah.
All right. Is that your full turn?
And then with my bonus action, I'm going to mark it with my sharpshooter style. And then I'm going to move actually right here just to get away from everybody.
Okay.
And then that's it.
Alrighty. So
When I see Tev move, I'm going to use my reaction to dash. He'll get an opportunity attack, but with disadvantage. And all I want to do is I want to move. What? Actually, I'm just gonna move right here into this corner, or right back
Okay.
into the hallway.
is it from that feature that he has disadvantage?
Yes, correct.
Okay.
It's from my wolf cat instinct.
Will still definitely take that. And will unfortunately miss.
It would be a straight roll because he still had reckless. Sorry.
Reckless?
I brain like
Okay.
8 different. Yeah.
Let's. Just hits.
I can't help it. I have to tap. Like I feel like I'm obligated as a DM. I have to tattle on myself.
9 damage as you
That's good karma.
try to dart away, and Slash catches you in the back. So 4 points. It's still raging. So, oh, we lost somebody. We're all
Good.
messed up there. Hopefully, he'll be back in here soon. See if I can fill us in real quick, though. Meantime. And I think that'll go. Zash, you'll be up.
Ah, there he is.
Nope, that's me.
Oh, that's
Placeholder.
you.
So, yeah, go ahead, Zash.
Okay. I was gonna compliment him. He's not here to hear it. I take a step forward, and so I can see the girl better. Seeing Tev do his cool trick shot, I look over to him as I'm walking up, and I'm like, "That was sick." And then I fire I use so I have the Colto tech power. So a creature of choice I see within range. The range is 60 feet, so I assume is it just like some kind of like Colto dart I can just like fire at someone?
Yeah, I'd say that's fine.
So I walk up and I do that on what's her face, the girl that's like stable, to get her back up on her feet.
Okay. Yeah. So is it just you roll for amount? I forget. I think cult powered, isn't it?
Good question. That is regains hit points equal to 1d4 plus my tech casting ability modifier, which for me is 5.
And it's arranged?
Yeah, 60 feet.
Yep, cool. Yeah,
so
1d4 plus what, 4 or 5?
Plus 5.
Okay.
Do you want me to roll that, or do you roll that?
You go ahead. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, 8. Very good. Yeah, that's very helpful. So she comes to, she was stabilized there, kind of like resting as Remok helped, but then you throw that Colto in, and it brings her out of that. And I mean, she's still a little woozy and hurt, but that helps immensely, and she can get up and help get Dark continued with the task at hand. So, all right.
Cool.
Is that your full turn?
No, that was a bonus action.
Okay.
With my action, I'm just gonna shoot it with my blaster pistol.
All right.
Sweet. That is a 24.
That'll hit, yes.
Damage. 7. He's still my ranger's quarry, so that's another d4 also.
Okay.
So 4 on top of that, so whatever 7 plus 4 is, 11.
Yep, got it.
And at the start of my turn, I think he's still on fire, so he would take...
Yes.
I think it's my intelligence modifier, and my tech casting
That
modifier.
is it 1d4.
Combustive shot.
I use it all the time in my other...
At the start of your next turn, the creature takes fire damage equal to your tech casting ability.
Okay, so what is
So for
that?
me, that's 5. So then I
Okay.
guess half of that, if
Yep.
he's resistant.
Okay. Alrighty.
And Tev, you missed it. At the beginning of my turn, since I saw you do your dope trick shot, I was like, that was sick. I wanted to make sure you know that I complimented you.
Well, hey, man, I try my best. My trick shots are pretty great.
All right. The droid is up and is going to move a little bit kind of over this way, out of the way of the main room, but again, focus in on that group. And this time, fire in on all 4. Sanctuary still up, Tev?
Yep.
Okay.
13 you need to beat.
Will fail. So, the spray comes in, but Dark is not affected here. But Remok, you need to make a... Actually, just a second here. Okay, so go ahead and click your token, and then you can click in the chat where it says saving throw.
Well, Sanctuary says if they fail, they either lose or they have to choose another person. So if they choose another person, like I don't think it.
So
could
this
be...
is like a blast, a burst shot.
Oh,
so
okay.
It's,
okay, never
yeah,
mind.
I'm still allowing the opportunity there, but he's just not. Yeah, and it's kind of flavoring that he's not focusing on that. So
Okay.
Yeah. All right, Kendra is good, as is Remok. So you'll take half here. So 6 points to each of you. So she's back down, looking rough, but still up. And with that, that'll be its turn. We go to Remok. You're up.
Right. So I guess I'll bonus action to use a med pack on myself.
Okay.
I'll just roll that just in case it's bad.
Nice.
Okay. And then I'm going to I'll just run over here. Just run away because I am not looking that hot right now. And then I guess for my action, I'm just going to I'm gonna, I guess, again go on my wrist pad and just from across the room, I'm just going to shoot one of my special prescriptions over to Craq because he's my critical analysis target. So I can. So let me just double check the range on that.
Yeah, they're usually pretty good.
Yeah.
What's the feature that you're using?
I just gotta be
Okay.
here.
Okay.
It's pretty much because of my Doctor Pursuit, I can do my maneuvers at 30 feet.
Yep.
To somebody. So yeah, so I have to be there. And then, so he'll gain 5 hit points.
All right. 5 points to you, Craq.
Oh, thank you. That's a big deal.
And then whatever your next roll is, you get a D4 to it.
Nice.
So
Okay.
and you still have the +4 as well for my analysis. So
All right.
that's it for me.
With that, we would go to Craq, but first the droid will target our 2 techs. Kendrai is still like slumped against the console in pain, so Dark is still there hacking away, and the droid is its mission is to take out. So is going to attempt again to try and attack Dark there. And will fail miserably. Tev, it just has to choose a different target, right? Okay. And so,
yeah, it's got to choose a whole different target.
okay. It's gonna get frustrated and then turn and it's gonna go after Zash with a blast of its arm cannon here. And 22 should hit. Blast comes in for 10 points of damage across the room. And then we go to you, Craq.
Yeah, I'm gonna run up to it because I can. And then I feel like I have something that I wanted to do and I should have done it, but I'm gonna save it for maybe in a hot minute or next time. I'm just gonna whack it again and God, just hope that I'm whittling away at it slowly and surely. I'm gonna go reckless again because I keep getting healed and all that nice stuff. Gonna add sonic charge to it as well as I'm willing my thoughts into it. Yeah, let's see. Advantage 13, but I get a D4 from Remok.
Correct, yeah.
On an attack roll.
Oh yes, and his
I think
next
it is. Yep.
attack
Okay.
saving
Go
throw,
ahead.
Yeah,
You actually, yeah, that's what you needed. So you
I
only
needed a 14.
Yeah. So
All right, cool.
Would help regardless.
I mean, it's all you better. It's bare minimum, but awesome. Cool. Damage, normal.
Nice.
That's 13 points of damage plus my 3 points of sonic, for a total of 16.
How do you take him out?
Just after hitting this thing so many times, I just the bludgeon end where the point is, I want to put it right underneath where like the head would be, where the head connects to the body, and just get it nice and sunk in there, and then just twist the wrist, and the head will pop off.
Okay. You all see Craq rush up to this thing, who's been up close and personal with it this whole time, just battering into it as the rest of you have thrown down fire when you can, blaster fire, and you take the stick and just, it's got that hunched over, so the head is kind of down here, not up above like a humanoid, but more off its chest, but you get up underneath that head, and it kind of like cocks as you do so. It gets stuck there, and you can feel the motors inside trying to resist that, and just you hit that thing and it just like pops off and it rips away. The wires are still kind of connecting, but then it like hangs loosely, real limply off of its center chassis, and just kind of powers down, like kind of slumping in together as it deactivates. With that, Darek yells out and says, I've got it, we're good, I've got it. We just got to get the hell out of here. How's Kendraya doing? I ain't looking too good myself.
I'll run over, and as I'm running over, I'll holster my pistol, or my blaster pistol, and I'll pull out the 2 med packs I have left, and I'll like run over to Derek, and I'll hand him one, and then I'll administer the other to Kendraya.
Okay. All right. So you pump them in. So we'll say they've got. We'll go with D6s for them. All that. Okay. So I'll give 5 to Dark and the 2 to. Okay. Better than nothing. So they're still looking pretty rough, but they're up and able to move along. So with that, we look to head over to the to getting out of here. You have to get out of the facility. So you gather together, and what's my stuff here? Okay. So rushing out of here. Last ditch effort. You have to get back to your ship. You know, you might run into some resistance on the way out. So this will be a little bit more of like a stealth challenge on the way out of here rather than running into any more actual combat. So various things. But I'll lean on you all to help facilitate this as well. You need to avoid 4 failures.
Okay.
So there's not really a number of successes. You just have to avoid 4 failures to get to your ship. Well, I guess we do need a number of successes to get out of there. So we will say that actually, yeah, 4 failures. So if you go 4 attempts and you get through them all, then you're in the clear. So what's your guys' moves? Darek and Kendraya have basically turned to you to say, all right, get us out of here. What's our plan of action?
I'll look around, and I'll look at Craq and be like, Craq, can you take her?
Yeah, and I'll scoop.
They can walk. They're able to move in that regard, but
I can lift things that are 3 times my size.
Nice.
So
Okay.
I think I'm all right carrying her, just so she doesn't slow us down.
Yeah. And I'll look around, and I'm like, Remok, how you doing?
I'm not looking that hot, but if we can get out of here, I think if we can get back to the ship, we'll be fine.
All right. Well, I've gotten out of stickier situations, and I'll pull my mirror out, and there's a little detachable, like a little stick that comes with it, so I can look around corners. And I'll be like, I'll go in front if you guys want to follow behind me. Hopefully we can get out of this without shaving something off. So
Okay,
And then I'll
so
proceed
for
out.
check number 1, Tev, as you lead the way and utilize your mirror tools and utilities you have to try and the initial hallways here are quiet so far. You kind of come to a bend and you need to find out what the coast, how things look and where you need to go. So go ahead and give me a perception check.
Alrighty.
You utilize the tools you have and look about, and it looks initially clear, and then you notice some movement, the shadow of movement in the hallway, and you realize you have to hold back.
Yeah,
It doesn't look hurried.
I'll like lean against the wall and I'll like look in my mirror and I'll see it. I'll see like, oh, it's clear. Oh, nope. And then I'll just hold my hand up for everybody to not move. And then once it passes, I'll slowly edge out, put my head out, look both ways, and then go.
Passes by, and we didn't lose him again. Passes by, and you guys are able to now advance and continue through. What would be your next step at this point?
Now,
There you are.
next step.
You guys begin creeping forward. Yep.
Can I, as we're walking, I'll bring up the rear, but can I keep an eye out and whenever possible, be able to like kind of move things or shift things to kind of divert or throw anybody who's trailing us off our scent?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
definitely. So go ahead and give me a deception check. Unless you've got another angle.
I was going to use survival, so then they
Yes,
can track us.
that's yep.
If
That
that's
is appropriate.
cool. I'm proficient in
Okay.
that, so it wouldn't be like a minus a billion. 14.
Okay. So you head through and you are working to throw things in the way and whatnot like that. And as you're taking time to do this, you come to this kind of cross hallway there, and unfortunately a guard comes up that you don't notice. And as you catch your first failure, and they fire a barrage of blaster fire in, and it strikes. Kendraya, you kind of set her down for a moment to do this, and it strikes her, taking her out, and she goes down.
Oof. Jeez.
Check your mic, Craq.
Oh, I said, oh, come on, get back up, and I pull out my last med kit and just stab it into her.
Okay.
And heal her up.
All right. So with that, you guys rush off. What are you doing at this point?
I'll look at Derek, and I'll just be like, all right, which way?
He just kind of calls out and he says, we just have to. I mean, really, we could just make a rush right out the front gate, or try to stick to the side tunnels, to the sideways. Those will be slower, but maybe quieter. Just it's either speed or stealth.
Well, slow and quiet usually works for me. I'll look back at everybody else because, especially since we have somebody hurt. And what do you guys think?
I go slow and quiet. It's a good idea. I'll take point, and I'll use holographic disguise to disguise myself as a guard.
Okay.
And kind of like be up ahead of us, so that like if I go to the hallway, like I probably won't draw as much attention, and then I can just like signal back, like okay, we're good to go this way.
Okay.
Okay.
So everyone make a stealth check. Zash, you can have it at advantage, and then I'll be looking at an average here. Okay, I think we're gonna be good. Yeah, I think it's just what we need there. So there's maybe one moment where you run into somebody they look like they're just, they're probably somebody from accounting that you ran into. And you just kind of stop and say hello and maybe mention like, hey, I heard all this is locked down. You probably should get back out, get out of here. And they hurriedly head off. And then it leaves all these side corridors available for you to continue on and be as quiet as you can as a group to continue to sneak through. You're almost there. You're getting closer to the end here. So you have a couple more to get out. What are you doing at this point?
Can I, if there's any like ports or jacks, can I try and slice it and kind of what I think Tev mentioned a while back, kind of like reprogram the alarm so that they go off like by the main entrance where kind of like away from where we are going to redirect some of the flow?
Yep. So along here, you are able to find a terminal to get into. So go ahead and give me a Slicer's Kit check.
Ooh,
All right.
nice.
Very nice. This is just really almost second nature to you. You pop in there and you're able to get in and set that up. So go ahead and now, little additional check on this one. Give me another, give me a deception check at advantage. Two?
Oh my god.
Two?
Oh my god.
Look at that. Wow. That's
All the
fantastic.
enemies die.
All right. On that note, Remok, you get into the system and just start hacking away, and you start sending off alarms in far side of the facility. And you can see how there's a response team starts to dispatch, and you set them off in one kind of concentrated area, so they all focus on that. And as you kind of watch some of these other corridors that are adjoining to where you are, you see the foot traffic just rushing, like everyone is heading out there, and you are very confident that the rest of the way, coast is clear. You rush forward, the six of you, and head out, and you get out to the side exit, and then you just have to make that trek out to your ship. And you're able to do so, as no one seems to come behind, as there's something else going on within the facility that everyone has turned their attention to. Give me perception checks, please, all around. Oof. Okay. So Remok, Zash is not paying attention. You're just kind of distracted as all this intense action went down. Craq, you're just kind of paying attention. Tev, you notice that it seems that things around your ship, you can see the landing bay, the landing ramp is down.
Mm-hmm.
And you all know that was up last time around. And then you see, looks to be like debris around the ship.
I kind of like, if we're running, I kind of like slow down, like kind of like a skidding stop, and I kind of like trying to like hold everybody back and be like, hey, look, shit, there's something's wrong here. And I'll draw my blaster pistol, and like I won't approach, but I'm just gonna like see if I can take like a better look at it and just like look around and.
Give me so yeah, now that you kind of notice that, go ahead, give me another perception check. Actually, never mind. You dial into that and head up to it and look. You start seeing that the debris you recognize as, it looks to be like a droid. And it looks to be the droid pilot. Amongst other debris from the ship. Random cargo cases and things like that, but you can see that it looks like something's just kind of been pulled out of the ship and strewn about.
Like it's been gone through?
Yeah, ransacked, something came in and...
I'll look back at the group, and then I'll look at like all the debris, and just like I'll like try to signal Craq to come over here. See if I can get him to come.
Darek continues forward. You know, he doesn't really see any concern. He wants to get out here and says, "Let's go. We need to make a run. I don't. Can one of you fly?"
Yes.
I'm gonna walk up to Tev and put my hand on his shoulder and just think, "What's wrong?"
Something's wrong here.
You hear this in your head, like only in your head.
Craq and Tev, please give me a wisdom. Give me a perception check.
Oh boy.
Both of us.
Yes.
Hey, 18.
Hey, 16.
Okay. Craq, as you reach over, you put your hand on Tev and you communicate. That message comes through Tev, but then it seems that it is followed by this intense, heavy feeling of, like, you feel almost nauseous, painfully nauseous, in like almost head crushing, and it doesn't last very long, but it hits hard. It's like this wave, like something, you sense something.
And do I sense anything, or
You,
is it
yeah,
just...
both of you sense that.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
And then I'll just like blink under my helmet, and then I'll look up at him, and then I'll just say out loud, like, someone destroyed the pilot, someone's gone through the ship. I don't think we should get on the ship. It might be bugged, it could blow up.
Darek has been moving towards the ship, so.
Do you want me to go on and check it out before?
I mean,
or do we just want to hop on? I mean, I don't know. I mean,
if you go up, I'll be right behind you, buddy. But
I don't like that.
Weirded me out.
Yeah, I don't like the sound of the pilot being tossed out.
Zash and Remok, what are you doing?
I said, y'all wasting time. I hang here, and I'm still disguised as a guard. So I'm gonna walk into the ship, pretending to like look for these guys, I guess.
Okay.
In case there's anybody on the ship.
Yeah, so you head up into the ship, and you can see it's just in disarray. It, like someone came in and like just threw shit about. I mean, it's a mess. But you're not noticing any signs, or you don't see anyone there. There's definitely no one there, and you don't hear anyone, see anyone.
Can I check for any kind of, like, I don't know, trap or
give me an investigation check quick, yeah.
Keep getting a little minis like right there. I can do those checks.
So you do a quick scan about the ship, and nothing. The violence that came through this that you see here, you just can't put together that someone would have taken time to set something up. Like, it just looks like someone came in and wrecked havoc. So you're very comfortable that they just came in looking for somebody, something, and then took off.
Okay. Is it still like flyable, or is it like?
Yeah, the ship itself is fine. It's just the interior. Someone came in and
Okay.
Tasmanian devil.
I pop out and I'm like, we're good. Let's go.
All right, yeah, then I'll walk on, but I'll still be a little like wary of the whole thing, and I'll hop in the pilot seat if need be.
Yeah, I'll be the last one on, and I'm just gonna chill because I don't know how to fly.
So you bring up the rear. Darek gets on. Kendrya gets on, who is super rough condition. Immediately, Darek's just like, let's get her, me and myself, get us to the med section. We got to get patched up. You guys can fly?
Gotcha. And I'll start clicking things
He
on.
just kind of like
and
shakes
just
his head
boop.
again, with the mask without, a visor, and it's just like, whatever. So, Tev, you're able to hop in that seat. The rest of you, Craq, Zash, Remok, what would you might be doing at this situation?
I don't have proficiency in piloting, but it's still +5 with my intelligence. Could I
Jeez.
co-pilot with him or
Yeah,
help
potentially.
him out somehow? Okay,
Okay.
I'll probably do that.
Is the weapon system on board manual or automatically powered?
It'd be it would have like a gunner seat. Yeah.
I'll go to the gunner seat then.
Okay. Yeah, there's like a mounted turret at the top.
Yeah, just taking off.
I guess if Tev and Zash have the piloting under control, so I don't have to help pilot, I guess I'll.
So there'd be like communication systems or managing like the technician, the mechanic systems for power flow and things like that, or like operator to help support the crew.
Would I need to? If I need to go would I need to, I guess, help Derek and Kendra in the med bay at all? Like, is that something that do they need I guess active help in the med bay?
No,
or
it's just kind of basically get them in there to hook them up and get them. They're just not helpful in this situation, basically.
Okay, just want to make sure that they're okay.
So,
where they're at.
Okay.
Then, what the station is that?
So there's like communications equipment. You could run as like operator, where you just helping manage everything on the ship, like morale and other things like that. So we'll come back to that in a second. So Tev, go ahead and give me a piloting check. I will allow advantage on that as Zash sits co-pilot to help out.
Alrighty.
Okay.
12.
You don't have anything to your piloting?
Well, yeah. I can pilot. I didn't say I was good at it.
As you got +5 next to
is
you.
to kick Tev out.
Great.
Well, the pilot seat. Next action.
So, you fire this thing up, and it is equally rough takeoff as it was with the droid. You all feel like, okay, well, this was a straight swap, so maybe whatever. That's what it is. Jerks and takes off.
I feel less bad about talking smack about the droid now.
And
it's the ship, I swear.
Remok, give me a perception check. You pick up a ship that seems to be in the area as well, and it seems Imperial in nature, and in a similar trajectory to your own. And as you call that out to the rest of the group, once again, Tev and Craq, that heavy nauseousness, pain, just a flash again that comes through. Tev, as it hits you, there's a voice that comes through, a female voice. Tevhul. And that's where we'll end tonight.
Ooh. Oh boy.
Oh, man.
Oh boy.
As y'all are chased down by somebody.
Ooh.
Great.
I
love the Empire.
Todd, I just want to check. Did I pass or fail that check?
The very last one?
Yeah.
Passed it enough to.
All right, because I guess I technically have
on the perception.
I have expertise in it if it's related to ships.
Oh, really?
Because my My background is ace pilot.
Oh, nice.
So
You're an ace pilot too.
he's
Oh,
the ace pilot. He's the ace pilot, and Tev is flying the ship. Great.
Oh yeah.
Great.
Next session,
Oh man, that's fantastic.
Love to see it.
Yeah, so that would have helped. 'Cause I would have gave you 2 more points on that, right?
Yeah.
For a 14. Okay, yeah. No, it was enough to just kind of pick up on the sensors that something was coming and enough to, yeah. So, yep. Okay, so good session, everyone. You made it out successful with your tech team and the information, but you still need to get back and deliver that. And it seems that somebody is now on your tail. As we come back next week, we will see if you can outrun that and survive whatever or whoever it is that is after you. So,
Oh boy.
chat, thank you so much for hanging out with us. It's been a great time. Real quick, let's say hello again to everyone. Craq, say hello and tell us who you are.
Hello, everybody. I'm Logan. I'm playing Craq, the Tusken Raider Marauder Berserker. You guys can find me at the Red Hair Inn on all of the socials, where we do D&D 5e content between homebrew, as well as a long-standing campaign, the Echoing Expeditions, as well as a series of one-shots and mini-series under the Tales of the Red Hair Inn title, which our first one will be premiering on Saturday. So yeah, come check it out. Come hang out at the Red Hair Inn, and hope to see you guys around. Thank you guys for watching.
Awesome, thank you. Branden, say hello.
Hi, hello. I'm Branden. I play Tevhul Brudic, and oh boy, I'm just. That was nice. Sorry. Right now, currently, I am DMing a 2 Star Wars 5e games. One for my brother who's overseas, and one that's been going on for a while now with some friends. I'm just a regular guy. You can find me on Twitter at Xantillis if you feel like it. I post funny things sometimes.
All right, awesome. Good to have you. Rob, say hello.
Hi, I'm Rob. I play Remok Dehir, the Bothan doctor, slicer, pilot, a little bit of everything. On the socials, I am Sage Tower Games, where I primarily play and GM Pathfinder 2E, as well as make various videos about Pathfinder and board game content as well.
Awesome. Thank you for being here as well. And then Ian.
Yes, hello. I'm Ian. I play Zash'Akiro, your favorite, lovable, handsome Chiss bounty hunter. No real plugs for me. I'll hopefully at some point soon be starting my own D&D campaign where I'll be DMing for my friends. But if that ends up on any sort of streaming site, I'll let you know. But other than that, no plugs for this guy.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you to all of you. Great session as well. Again, looking forward to our finale in this chapter next week. So we'll be back here next Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern Time for the finale in Chapter 1 here of Hutt Space Adventures with this group. I am Todd Moonbounce. I have been your Dungeon Jedi Master. And you can find me here, obviously, on Twitter and otherwise at Todd Moonbounce. Make sure to check out Dungeon Jedi Masters. And also, next for me is Sunday, my Dead Planet Mothership RPG series. That'll be episode 3, Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time here as well. So thanks a lot for being here, and we'll see you all next Wednesday. So have a great rest of your evening.